What is going on, you guys? I'm coming to you today with an Armada fleet build for Armada, and we're going to go ahead and build an Imperial fleet today. And what I want to talk about is, Worlds is going on right now, and there's no Architects lists, and it makes me sad. So I decided I would kind of just go over a fun Architects list. Now, I'm going to start off building this kind of the way that I used to. First off, I want a couple of squadrons. I'm going to put Valen Rudor in here, and I'm not going to really do a whole lot of squadron commands. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 3 decimators with Valen Rudor. Whoops, not 2, 3. That's 79 points. That's a respectable squadron presence, but Valen Rudor is going to really work well with these decimators, even without giving him a squadron command, because he's not heavy, so he's going to tie them down. And even if they have grit, I'll still have a decimator and Valen Rudor to tie them down. The decimators are incredibly strong. They're going to hit really, really hard. Valen Rudor will attack squadrons really, really hard. Everybody's getting 3 black dice on squadrons. It's a lot of that. We've got counter. They'll have to attack the decimator or just not attack at all, and then the decimator is going to get counter. They're not going to be able to hit Valen Rudor. Just really good stuff here. It's a small squadron presence, but it packs a tremendous punch. It doesn't require me to issue squadron commands. Okay, I'm not going to be using any flotillas in this build. So basically in the past I would run Architects. I put Vader as my commander. I have to have Vader as my commander when if I'm trying to play seriously. He's just that good. We can make these Architects pack a heck of a punch. I like to give them enhanced armament. You can go ahead and swap it out. You could put slave turrets on here. It's possible, but the problem is people will want to get in front of you. And it's possible if somebody gets directly in front of you, you can hit them with both side arcs, but you can also hit them with the front and the side arc when people try to get in front of you. So it's really nice, especially rolling an extra, doing concentrate fire. We're going to do concentrate fire a lot in this with Architects, and a lot of people like to do nav, but I think that the 2 is great. You just have to plan out where you're going to go and kind of stick to it, making subtle moves with your conga line, running all of your Architects that way. You can be able to keep the enemy formation with the red dice in the side arc, no problem. You can really be able to keep a lot of that stuff up. But the other thing that really is going to make it pack a punch is we're going to go ahead and give them some extra fun with the intel officer. So now, we're going to roll our dice. We're going to roll 4, maybe 5 red. Well, we're going to roll our 4 red dice out the side, where if we like what we see, we're going to tap intel officer right then and there. And usually that'll happen after the side shot. We'll tap our intel officer, target their brace or something like that. And again, we can deal with flotillas this way too. We don't really necessarily need the accuracy. If they want to scatter, fine, it's going to be gone. All right. Then we roll our 3 reds, or 4 reds rather. Concentrate fire, add another one. Vader, re-roll whatever we need to be re-rolled, and we're probably going to be left with like at least 5 damage that they can't brace, or if they brace it, it's gone. And I would duplicate this again and again and again. This puts us at 399. It's not a tremendous initiative bid, but this is a little boring. And also, not too many of you have 4 Architects, but this is a really strong list. You can even drop Intel Officer and scale down Enhanced Armament a little bit more to squeeze out. You can run more Decimators that way. Like one of the things you can do also is you can cheapen up the Darth Vader's Architects, because you kind of keep that one in the back a little bit, and like people are going to go after your flagship, and so if that one isn't as strong of a threat, like if you trim down some points off of Intel Officer and Enhanced Armament off of this one, well, then they don't gain quite as much if they go after your flagship first. So it's kind of like balancing the plate here. You make the ones that aren't the flagship the more expensive ones, and then you make the flagship, which is already more expensive because Vader's on there, a slightly less attractive target, and that might confuse your opponent a little bit as well. And so I generally tend to do that if I want to scale it down a little bit. But I think 4 squadrons will probably be enough for right now. We don't have relay running amok right now, so I think this could work. But let's change things up a little bit. We're going to drop 2 of these Architects. So we're only going to have 2. Now 2 is not nearly as bad. 2 we can totally make that work. And whoa, what are we doing? All right. And we're going to go ahead and add some more stuff. So I want to go ahead and add a Demolisher, because why not? We're going to go with a Glad 1 for Demolisher. Now, one of the cool things about this is I can make this Demolisher a little cheaper because I don't have to add Ordnance Experts. Granted, it's only 4 points. It's not that big a deal. We can do Fire Control Team instead. So we can do 2 crits. All right, now that much is kind of cool. So, and in this case, maybe I'll go Wide Area Barrage. It's kind of cheap. Like I said, we're trying to go a little bit cheaper, and we can put Demolisher on there. We could change out Wide Area Barrage, though. We could put something like Assault Concussion Missiles on there if we want. I don't know if I'll have the points, but well, let's put Assault Concussions on there. Assault Concussions will be nice. Yeah, and then we'll go ahead and add Wide Area Barrage. Also, it's going to be situational because some will be more useful against other type of lists. It all really depends. Let's go with the Raider. Raider 2. Raider 2s are so nice now. I really like Raiders. Raiders are back, and it's just we spent a long time with Raiders kind of being useless, and now they're just really good. I'm going to give it Gunnery Team. I'm definitely giving it Disposable Capacitors. That's crucial. We got to have Disposable Capacitors on there. There's no other way around that. So let's scroll down here. We've got our Raider that way. And we're going to go ahead and give it a Heavy Ion Emplacement. So this guy is now a tremendous force to be reckoned with. Really, really liking the way that this guy looks. And we are at 399 points now. So we have a lot of flexibility. A lot of flexibility. So I really like this potential look. And the thing that I love about this, there's a couple of things I love about this. First off, the Gladiator, right? Or the Demolisher. The Demolisher is so strong here because of the fact that it's a little bit different than people expect. People just expect you're going to fly up alongside them and just do your normal damage and, maybe assault protons and an extra face up. But now we're using assault concussions and fire control team, so we can, we can get our standard crit and assault concussions. That much is nice. But the thing is, okay, the standard crit won't go through if they have shields up. Well, that's why we do the Raider first. Right, Raider's gonna be able to roll those blue dice at long range, so the Raider can be at a safe distance, no problem there. Raider's gonna hit these disposable capacitors. It can hit 2 different ships too. So if I didn't hit your, if you're running a double Star Destroyer build, but there's a lot of two ISD builds going on at Worlds right now, no problem. Oh, I didn't get the crit on this one. Okay, I get the crit on the. But I didn't get the crit. Well, I have Vader. So first off, you're probably gonna get the crit when you need it. But just in case you don't, you've got Gunnery Team, so you can just go after another target. But still, those 4 dice, probably 5, because maybe you'll do Concentrate Fire here as well. It's not bad. Not bad. In the first round of shooting, you're going to be able to get 2 different shots off, and then after that, you'll probably be in medium range. So, well, you're not going to get the black die at long range. So you're looking at maybe 3, possibly 4 blue dice at long range. Pretty nice. And once you do get close enough, you're gonna tear them up, hopefully. But then you get this blue crit. Granted, you can only do it against the 1 shot. So ideally, you want to exhaust Heavy Ion Emplacements against the same target that your Demolisher is going to shoot at. So you drain the shields there. The Demolisher comes by, drains the shields even further. If the shields are already gone, Assault Concussion Missiles just does extra damage to hull, and then standard crit on top of that. And this because Assault Concussions is can be pushing damage through on a drained adjacent side. You can still get a damage through to hull that way. Your regular crit, still going to force that face up. Very effective combination here. And on top of that, you still got these guys going first. Maybe you have these guys go very first. I really do like the idea of the Raider going first, though, just to drain the shields, and then the Architects follow up afterwards, because people are a lot of times they're going to want to start spending. If they see you got heavy ions, a lot of times they're going to want to redirect right away. Because while they still have shields, hey, let's use all my shields right away. All right, no problem. You just used your redirect. Now I'm going to target your brace. So if you use your redirect again against this shot from the Architects, now it's gone. If you use your brace, now it's gone. Now if you have 2 redirects, okay, no problem. But then that's when the second Architects shot comes through. Same thing. It's a great little combination, and it's all small ships for the Empire, and that's the fun of it. I understand that there is a risk here of a large ship coming in and getting you, but that's why all these ships are dangerous from a distance. They're all dangerous from safety. That's what's beautiful here. Architans are going to fly sideways. They're going to stay at a distance from you. Gladiator is always a danger from a distance because he'll fly up right next to you and move in for the kill. Raider with disposable capacitors is very dangerous from a distance and setting up everything else. And then on top of that, you've got these little decimators. So if the Gladiator doesn't finish you off, I'm going to take these decimators, fly them in alongside your Star Destroyer, and finish you off that way. If you do have a few TIE Fighters, I'll just kill them instead and kill you next turn with the decimators. But if you have a significant squadron presence, you're going to need to pull them back for defense. And then my job is done here because I kept all of your squadrons off of mine. Maybe you have enough to split them up, but if you split your forces, these decimators and Valen Rudor should be enough to kill half of a squadron force with relative ease. Aces will be a little bit of a problem because it'll take 2 shots each. It'll be hard to kill like a Tycho Selchu in this case because you're going to be, I'm going to have to roll I'll roll damage here. If I need 3 for it to really count because if you can scatter, then you can just brace, and then you can do those again. So it'll be harder to kill Tycho, but I don't know. That I guess that is one weakness. No list is perfect, right? Let's talk about objectives. So for these ships, since I do want this crazy long range damage, I'm going to go with opening salvo. Opening salvo here is going to help us in a couple of different ways. For example, the Raider 2 can roll those blue dice if they really want them. And I've got Vader for the rerolls, so everybody else can just roll black dice, no problem. That's definitely going to be a good thing, especially too with the Gladiator using assault concussions at long range for that first shot. He can point at you this way, 2 red and then 2 black from long range, concentrate fire, add another black, and then fly up alongside you and then roll 4 more black. Vader for all of those rolls. That's going to be beautiful. So opening salvo, definitely a good one there. Opponent might pick it too because some people are running more than 4 ships, so I could see them maybe wanting that. I'm going to go with Planetary Ion Cannon for the second one. Planetary Ion Cannon is going to kind of function a little bit the same in that it's going to give me like long range shots. The ship that I want to do all this on, I attack them first with Planetary Ion Cannon and I set those beacons up ahead of time. If you're running, people are going to be less likely to run strategic now since the relay nerf. So possibly, and also I think the decimators would have no problem messing up a Lambda or a VCX. Then navigation, we only have 4 ships. We don't have a whole lot of stuff like that, so I think we'll go with Solar Corona here. Superior positions could also work here, but I'm liking Solar Corona a little bit better. So we'll go with Solar Corona that way. Solar Corona is going to factor into the whole Architans flying a certain direction too, so I can set that up and kind of force you to come to me. So that's the objectives, guys. Let me know what you think of this list. How well do you think this would do at Worlds against this new, fairly diverse meta? I'm liking the fact that there's a lot of stuff, but we got to represent the Architans and the Imperial Small Ships because they're a force to be reckoned with as well. Let me know what you guys think, and there is another round of the giveaway going right now. It's for a $20 Cool Stuff gift card, so you can get an expansion of your choice or put it towards something bigger. So all you have to do to enter that giveaway is to be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my other videos. It's as simple as that. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day.